Do you want to learn how to use and 3-star with Pekka Hogs at Town Hall 10? Well, this guide is going to teach you everything from base identification to how you guys can use your Hogs and heal spells. That being said, let's jump straight into the guide. So obviously you guys are here for the Pekka Hogs attack. So again, with this attack strategy, you want to really understand the kill squad, base identification, the key objectives, the hogs themselves, the wall wrecker pathing, the role of the heroes in this case, and also the role of the bowlers within within that wall wrecker, and also the poison spells, the heal, and the rage. So there's a lot of different things that encompass this. The first thing in identifying the right base is noticing where the CC, the queen are in comparison to the town hall. So if we see that they are in the middle in terms of this base, for example. The other thing is we're looking for that easy wall wrecker pathing. And if we kind of take a look at it from here, there isn't as much DPS going through this area. We can actually clear through those cannons fairly easily. There's not too many cannons. We're not dealing with the multi-inferno almost instantly. So it's a lot better to enter in from there. Plus, we can enter into the core. We can deal with the CC and the queen. We can get, some wizard towers there. I think we can get like 2 of them. And we can also get a multi-inferno really easily as long as we break into that compartment. And again, we're then just narrowing the base down for the hogs to get through, and then we can predict the heal spells. So we're kind of just really trying to take a look, and we're trying to take our time with the base identification. So in terms of that, why choose this area? Well, specifically, if we take a look at just this little core area here, we can kind of tell that there's not a lot of DPS here, and it is going to be fairly easy to get through with a wall wrecker. So again, the wall wrecker has a lot of health, so it's going to be able to tank through the cannons, the wizard tower, that one expo targeting it, and just a little bit later as it gets into the core, the multi-inferno, along with the DPS from the CC and the queen. So again, those are a few things. Now, in terms of key objectives, you're looking for the queen, the CC, the multi-inferno, at least one of them, and then also pulling in some of the wizard towers, and also just creating pathing. So that is what you really want to do with this attack. Look for the pathing in terms of it. So once you've actually cleared out a solid side, then you can start your hogs going through. Now, again, if we take a look at this, if we are going to be entering in from here, we want to then set a funnel for the heroes to go in. Now, again, you don't always have to have your king going in. You can actually use him to set the funnel, but we're going to have him going in this direction with the Pekkas going along here, maybe using one here to set the funnel, and then the wall wrecker can go in and start doing its tankage along with breaking through those walls. So again, that is what you need to identify. So again, every base is going to be different, but in this case, when you're doing base identification, that's really something to notice. If we take a look at where these army camps are from right here, those are actually really, really good to note because they can actually make a funnel very, very easily. So 100%, you got to really take a look at a lot of different aspects, and that is one aspect there of this attack. So now if we kind of start moving in and going forward with this attack, again, setting the funnel, and we can see that we're taking advantage of the army camps. Take advantage of those. Those are going to really help you a lot. Again, using the Pekkas in terms of setting the funnel is really important, along with a few wizards behind both the king and also the Pekkas are huge. They allow them to set that funnel properly. Now, as we start to really set that funnel, the queen can start moving in if you decide not to use the king to go along. But then you want to then be able to start moving in with your Pekkas, your wall wrecker, and your queen. Now again, you're going to be using the max poison spell here on the enemy CC. He still has a level 4 poison, and we'll kind of explain that as well. But again, bowlers within the wall wrecker are really important to bring, and actually you can use a heal and a rage there to keep the bowlers alive and get rid of the enemy CC, the enemy queen, and also at least one of those infernos. And again, you've already set yourself up really nicely to get a lot of good value. Now, what's next? You've got the hogs going in. You can either decide to do this in a spam or in a surgical like Matt the Great is doing right here. But again, you don't really have to do it like this. And instead, you could probably just spam all of them in like this. But again, what he's doing here specifically is he's sending them to here. He's sending them to here. They'll actually move over here as well. Maybe some will split over to the expo. But again, it's the pathing here that he's seeing. And that is what you also want to identify as well. So then as you're starting to move through, you should have maybe if you're, that multi-inferno isn't going down as quick as you think. Again, getting rid of that multi-inferno is definitely going to be really huge. But again, making sure that you can send in a large group of hogs going in are going to be huge. And just like you can see, make sure that they're in a tight group like you see here. Healing over giant bombs, healing over the multi-infernos, healing over a lot of splash, and also healing over the skellies as long if you don't have a poison spell. But again, the poison spell at level 4 can be used to kill off the skellies on the back end. Now, do you really need to deal with the king in terms of a hog attack? In any hog attack, you really don't. The king doesn't pose as much of a threat than the queen does, and even other defenses like giant, or for instance, giant bombs and wizard towers, along with multi-infernos. So using the heal spell over him is actually a little bit better because it does heal up the hog slightly more and a little bit faster, so that then you could really have that. So that kind of gives you guys a really good idea of this attack, but let's go ahead and move on to another example for this. So on this base design, let's really first kind of take the moment to really look at it. And if we take a look at where the town hall is in terms of this case, that's an interesting town hall placement. Usually you see it on the outside, but this one's mostly on the inside. How can we take advantage of this, you may ask? Well, if it was over here, then we would actually have to hit from right here. But because the town hall is stationed right here, we can just go in right here directly. We don't have to hit any of the storages there. That means that what we can actually do is we can work our way into here, deal with the CC, deal with the enemy queen, and we can actually get 2 wizard towers, we can get the multi-inferno, we can get a bomb tower, and we can get an expo fairly quickly just from that little area, even if we don't get that deep into the base. What this really does for us is this kind of just eliminates kind of this part of the base right here. Kind of just eliminates all of this area right here, really leaving the rest of this for the hogs. And again, if we take a look at where the king is, even if we break into here, we should be able to deal with the king just as well. So again, a lot of good value going in from here with the wall wrecker, and then breaking in and getting rid of even more value, allowing the hogs to basically move into the base like this. That is what you really want to identify with this. So in terms of that, why was this base chosen in terms of this? Well, specifically, it was the town hall placement and where all the value was, which was specifically right there. So again, you really want to identify where the value is, and then notice where the wall wrecker placement is, or where the town hall is in comparison to everything else. Remember, setting the funnel is really important, and if we kind of pause here, we notice that the attacker, Matt, is using 4 Pekkas rather than 3. Why is this? Well, he's deciding to bring more hogs in, or less hogs in this case, because again, the value is, there's a lot more value in terms of this base than there was with the previous base. So making sure that he sets the funnel here and here, taking advantage of those army camps is really going to be important, because you've cleared this area. Once you've cleared all these buildings, that clears that side. Then you can actually clear over here along with this, and this just leaves this little path area, really allowing you to get a lot of value. That is what's really, really important with this. Now, once you've done so, you can actually then start to really send in your wall wrecker. And you don't have to send in all your Pekkas almost immediately, but again, you want to have at least, a good chunk of your Pekkas going in. At least 2 to 3 of your Pekkas going into the base. Now, again, you can notice that in this replay here, you're getting a lot of value, and you can deal with the CC that isn't a Lava Hound CC. These damage CCs right here are just not a problem for a kill squad like this. The Pekkas have a lot of health, they provide tankage for the bowlers, and the queen is going to be able to clean them up after the poison. And again, the max poison does a lot of work to them. And if we take a look at it from right here, all that value gone right then and there, and now you can then start your hogs. And we can see from here, finds a Tesla farm, or small Tesla farm right there, Again, not too big of a deal. Again, keeping it low on the heals, waiting until just the right moment, which is when that giant bomb does pop up. That then allows him to use that heal spell with some of that, and you can see that they're going around the town hall compartment. That is when you know that the designer of the base kind of, didn't really do something right in terms of that, and didn't really do very well in terms of that, especially since the town hall shouldn't be on the inside. So again, taking advantage of the town hall placement and all of that is critical. Again, healing over those giant bomb spots, the multi-inferno, the bomb tower placements, those are all going to be very huge with an attack like this. But definitely, this is, again, another really good example here, really showcasing this and exactly how you guys can deal with the damage CC, how you guys can use the poison spells, where the key objectives are, and where realistically you should be attacking from. So on a base design like that, huge value. So let's go ahead and take a look at one last replay to give you guys an example of this attack. So let's go ahead and take a look at this base design. If we kind of pause for a moment, let's take a look at the value that we can get from this top area. That's a lot of value right here in this area. We can get wizard towers from there. We can get both multi-infernos. We can get all the expos. We can get both bomb towers. We can deal with the CC, and we can deal with the queen. And if we take a look at the town hall placement, doesn't even help it too much better, because we can actually just enter in from right here. Because the town hall is going to be all the way down here, it's in a straight line. This allows us to have easy pathing. And if we take a look at it again, it's very compartmentalized. We already know where a good chunk of those spring traps are going to be. It's going to be specifically right here. So again, that's one thing that you really can't predict is the spring traps. But again, who said that, they're going to be a big deal? Because obviously from here, you're getting rid of this whole area, only leaving this bottom area to really clear through. So how do we take advantage of something like this? Well, because we don't have the army camps to help us here, we're just going to set the funnel right here. We're going to use another Pekka over here along with a few wizards. But then we're going to have one right here that then we can then send in the wall wrecker and then start moving into the base and actually wrecking some stuff from there. Again, you can even get the king from this base. Base identification right there. The first thing that you should always take a look for is the key objectives. And like right here, just like with Leon, again, a lot of value from just that little area right there. So huge value to get from a base like this. So 100% huge value. So again, that is what you're specifically looking for. And as long as you can try and keep the queen to stay in the base, and that is going to be what's really important. And if you take a look at it from here, you can even see that the at least that one multi-inferno is going to be walkable. So again, taking a look at this base design in general, and getting a lot of value from his kill squad, getting rid of both multi-infernos, the king, both bomb towers, all three of those expos most likely, and also getting rid of the king or queen and CC. So now at this point, what is left after dealing with this? He can then just, he can just have easy pathing through here. He can have the hogs go here. He can have the hogs go through each of these. Again, not too perfect in terms of that, but again, he's going to have everything moving in like this. And there are probably some Teslas on the outside, but again, you really don't have to deal with it all too much, especially since if we kind of just continue to take a look at this, the biggest thing that you guys really want to understand and take away from this is getting as much of that value as possible. I'm sorry, you can hear my dog probably. But again, you can see even the Teslas are on the inside of the base. This is just going to provide a lot of easy pathing here for the hogs. The heal spells, again, because again, using those heal spells to provide easy pathing, this really allows you to use your heal spells more effectively over the splash buildings and stuff. So that's what's really important. And that is really how you guys wreck a base with Pekka Hogs. Again, a base like this, easy wreckage with Pekka Hogs. And I showed you with all three of those examples, you can really deal with a lot of different bases with Pekka Hogs. So hopefully you guys did enjoy, and again, I showed you guys how to deal with a damage CC as well. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe, turn on notification bells so you guys don't miss any of these guides. And also go ahead and, join any of the clan family discords I'm covering. This includes Exit Humanity, Only the Brave, Playmaker Family, and also the Elite Academy family. So feel free to join those Discord servers in the description below if you guys are willing to join or interested in joining those guys. And also feel free to go ahead and join my community Discord server. I'll leave a link down in the description, and follow me on Twitter at CorruptYT. With that being said, that's going to do it, guys, for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Corrupt, signing out.